It was a day of celebration for the members of the Grand United Order of Odd Fellows number 9111. After all, they were celebrating their 101st anniversary as a lodge. And what a fitting way for them to celebrate by sharing with us at the Argyle International Airport. It was the first time that most of these Odd Fellows were coming to the site, so we had to quickly bring them up to speed with what is taking place on the site.
Where we are here, we are standing in what we call the first kilometer of the airport site. The site is divided into three, the first, second and third. The first starting over there from Makoni, Yami and Fort Hill to just about the center of this mountain, which is Johnson Hill. And then we have the second from Johnson Hill across over there to the Petroglyph Hill. And then beyond that, we have the third kilometer, including the Yambu River. When we started back in 2008, it is in this area that we started because we had the most work to do over here. We had two mountains to bring down in here. We had this one as well. We had the valley to fill up, plenty of houses and everything else to move. We have come a long way since then, and what you are seeing before you is where we are today, 2013. When you're coming to St. Vincent, when this airport opens, this is the direction you're going to be coming from. You're coming south over the Beckway end, and you will land here and taxi your way down towards the terminal building, which is the building you're seeing over there. When you're leaving, unlike E.T. Joshua where you come in so and you go out the same way, you'll be going north. You're coming in south and you're taking off in the northern direction. Now, where we are today, in the first kilometer and as well in the second, as I explained to you before, we started laying stone base, and you can see it for yourselves. The runway runs from over there all the way back behind the Catholic Hill that you're seeing. It's 9,000 feet in length. That's the international standard size. It's 150 feet wide. That's the runway strip itself, not including the shoulder areas. The green patches you're seeing there, all this is shoulder area. And we are allowing the vegetation to grow back. Now this green shoulder area, if you follow it and you go straight across, it will land you in the ocean. If you walk straight across, you'll walk into the ocean. And that's where we're doing the land reclamation and the city fences so that we can continue the shoulder area. All of the runway strip will be on land, but part of the shoulder would extend outwards there in the sea. So that's where we're doing the reclamation. Okay. We're still doing some excavation work on Makoni Yami Hill over there, taking down some of those rocks. A lot of those rocks got to come down back to where you see that pole is over there, back to there. And we're still working on over there, excavating that hillside over there, where the terminal building going to be up here and the fuel farm going to be across there as well. The cargo terminal will also be in that area. So a lot of different stuff going to be in that area right there. All in front of you here, all this area in front of the terminal building, coming right across, that's apron area. We have three aprons. We have the commercial apron, general aviation, and the cargo apron. All three connecting to one another. Going to be over there. We can park 3 wide-body jets in the commercial apron. 2 the size of the Boeing 747 and a slightly smaller one. In the cargo apron, we can side by side park 2 of the Amerijet size aircraft. And generally, on the entire apron, based on the size of the aircraft that we'll have there, we can park about 40 aircraft. So the apron is pretty big. It's not small. Okay, so that's what we are doing in all those areas for the time being. This mountain, we are finished with it. Piece of the aeronautical instrument going to go on top there, but apart from that, we basically get this to where we want it. Okay, any questions?
Yes, it is my understanding that sometime before Christmas next year, that E.T. Joshua will be closed and Liat will be landing here. Even before that, because they say you have enough strip that Liat cannot overrun. So they'll be landing here even before the jets come here next year. How true is that?
Well, I don't know which will come first. If Liat will make the first flight or a jet will make the first flight, I don't know. Depending on who makes the first flight. But once this airport is in operation, E.T. Joshua will be closed. Once it is in operation, E.T. Joshua will be closed. How soon after it begins operation E.T. Joshua will be closed? I don't know, but E.T. Joshua will be closed because E.T. Joshua is earmarked for part of the New Kingston development, and they're looking to put a shopping mall there. So that's basically the plan that they have.
What about your lighting?
The lighting for this airport? Okay, lighting we don't have a problem with. The entire lighting system is on site. We have already the electrical substation, which you will see when we go over there. That is finished, and that pretty much controls the lighting of the airport. The conduits that we need to take electricity from that side of the runway to this side, which is, it's only in one area that we have to cross. We have already done that, and Vinlec, within the last 2 weeks or so, have made a connection at the substation so we can start testing whatever equipment we have over there where the lighting is concerned.
What do you have in mind for the security, like fencing on both sides?
They will be doing security fencing. They're going to be fencing, you know, the whole place, and I'm sure they're going to have a security firm that they would employ to give additional security. Like, for example, where we're taking on the petroglyph hill over there, that's not part of the runway, but that's part of the fence. That's the western fence over there. So we will have security fencing right around the perimeter.
Having been brought up to speed, it was then over to the terminal building for a glimpse of what is taking place there.
This is the front actually of the terminal building. This is the air side. That's where the planes come off and they land and you go in here. So this is the air side. What you're seeing behind here are the gates, the boarding gates, and also the areas where the conveyor belts, where the baggage would come out, right? That's what you have behind here. The other side of the building is the back side, which as far as I'm concerned is also a front, because it doesn't look anything like a back of a building. It's just really lovely behind there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go this way first. Take a look at the domestic terminal, which is on this wing, and that is the area where flights coming from the Grenadines will use. Fascinated by our pedestrian walkway. I just love this roof. When you're on here, no matter how hot the day is, it's cool. So I just love this. It's a long walkway that connects arrivals to departure. And in between, in the middle, we have a small road network where we facilitate VIP pickup and also emergency vehicle service like ambulance. If somebody is sick and needs to get to the hospital, rather than coming through regular passenger traffic, they will come through the emergency exit on this side, get picked up by an ambulance and be taken to whatever clinic or hospital they need to go.
Following this tour, it was time for one of the main reasons they had come, which was to donate a check for $5,000 to the Argyle International Airport.
This afternoon we are joined by the Grand United Order of Odd Fellows of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they're here this afternoon. They're taking a tour of the airport facilities, as well as they are making a grand gesture to hand over to us a donation towards the completion of the Argyle International Airport. We are happy to have in our presence the head of this organization, Mr. Samuel A. Brown. Good. That's Mr. Samuel A. Brown and other distinguished members of his organization, and making the presentation this afternoon on behalf of the Odd Fellows is Mr. Raphael Williams, and he will make the presentation to the AIA Contributory Fund, which I am only happy to receive.
On behalf of the officers and members of St. Vincent Lodge number 9111, Grand United Order of Odd Fellows, I take great pleasure handing over this donation to Mrs. Jennifer Richardson, who will be receiving on behalf of the AIDC this contribution towards the Argyle International Airport.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
This is a check for $5,000.
As part of the anniversary celebrations, 5 outstanding brothers from the order were also recognized on the tour.
And these brothers are Brother Samuel Brown, Brother Leopold Anthony, Edwin Providence, Simeon Simmons, and Maury Wiley.
You too can make your contribution to the Argyle International Airport's Contributory Fund at any branch of the Bank of SVG, account number 200884. For more information, check us out at www.svgiadc.com or on Facebook at Friends of the Argyle International Airport. See you next time.